ಚೂರು ಸೈಡು ಅಣ್ಣ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಜೀವನ ಚೂರು ಬಿಸಿ ಸರ್ ಅಣ್ಣ ಅಳ್ಳೋರು ಬಿಡೋಣ ಬಿಸಿ ಸರ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್ ಬಿಸಿ ಸರ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಹಂಗೆ ಒಂಚೂರು ಅಣ್ಣ ಒಂಚೂರು ಚೂರು ಸೈಡು ಅಣ್ಣ ಅದು ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ಒಂಚೂರು
So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸರ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಸರ್. ಇದು ಓಕೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಬಂದು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೀಸನಲ್ 6395 ಅಂದರೆ 25% ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಆನೆಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ.
ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಂಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಬನ್ನಿ
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ
ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವೇ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಎಂಗೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್
ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಫೈಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸರ್, ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫೋಟೋಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಇವರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗಿಂದ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮಾಲತಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರೆದ್ರಿ
ಸರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ನೀವು ಒಳಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಣ್ಣ ಅಣ್ಣ ಮೋನಣ್ಣ ಒಂಚೂರು ಸೈಡು ಸಾರ್ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ನಾನೇ
On behalf of the Forest Department, it is a profound privilege to extend a heartfelt welcome to you, sir. The Honorable Chief Minister comes from the 3-4 major contributions of the Honorable Chief Minister to the Forest Department. Apart from being so large-hearted in giving us budgetary assistance to you, sir, you were part of the Bandipur Charter. When we signed the first interstate charter, sir was responsible. Our Forest Minister, Kerala Forest Minister, over here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Manoj Rajan, for extending a very standing and addressing the drivers of human-elephant conflict. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very important moment. 21 international participants, 33 exhibitors, 25 research papers, 30 best practice papers, and cross-sectoral collaboration and community participation. ಹಚ್ಚೀವು ಕನ್ನಡದ ದೀಪ ಈ ಒಂದು ಭವ್ಯವಾದ human-elephant conflict management, ladies and gentlemen, inaugurated by the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri Siddaramaiah, in the presence of all the dignitaries, sends a message that Karnataka is in the forefront of this all-important environment-oriented conflict management, and the Honorable Chief Minister now leading from the front. Kanreyu ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಸೂಚಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ by felicitating the Honorable Chief Minister. Thank you, sir. I would now request the Additional Chief Secretary, Forest Ecology and Environment, Government of Karnataka, Shri Manjunath.
Very good morning to everyone. Give my greetings on the World Elephant Day. World Elephant Day started since 2012 with an objective of conserving.
Before we do certain things, we should follow, or else we will lead to big problems. Then we say, Sadhu Mirandal Kadugulla. It means that
are inhabiting this world. After seeing its plight, Karnataka and the adjoining landscapes.
The testament to the fact that the conference is a truly collaborative effort. Various handbooks and research papers, compendium, the research paper presentation.
Hey.
At the same time, they also have the best practices compendium, which is also going to be released. We will also have the Karnataka elephant population estimation 2024, which is being released. Please put your hands together later on. We also have the poster competition and the exhibition. Audio beta, video to audio beta. Exhibition, the release and the poster competition, which is going to be released now. The photo gallery, which gives us a bird's eye view of the international human wildlife conflict management. So let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It is a record created by Karnataka that so many events are happening in one shot in one look. Ecology and conservation education elements. We have authored several books and over 200 scientific papers making significant contributions to science and ecology. Ladies and gentlemen, he has played a pivotal role in shaping conservation policies in India. He was part of the committee that designed the Nilgiri biosphere. So let's give a round of applause and congratulate Dr. Raman Sundaram. Posthumous to come over and receive the award on behalf of Dr. A.J.T. Johnson. He is a pioneering Indian wildlife biologist and conservationist known for his significant contributions. He played a crucial role in the study and conservation of wildlife. His legacy is marked by his profound impact on both the scientific and conservation community at large. Concluding it, the Karnataka Forest Department has made significant contributions to wildlife conservation, notably received the first Green Oscar Award to the Asian subcontinent, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dr. Chitiyappa. And now another award is posthumous, Shri Karthik, Elephant Task Force Staff Grade, and the schooling also takes place in Gaudahalli, or Paravagi, or Thai, Bandhuvida Srikaram. Elephant and a drive-by Parvata Sandarbhadalli, he tragically lost his life, and now he's being awarded posthumously. Gaudahalli Vishesh Bhati, he is an elephant mount at Malaysia, and he is survived by his wife. He served in the various capacities and served after being promoted to Mahmoud. Dhanyawad Sanappa. Worked as a PCP, covered for 20 years in Dubai Elephant Camp, participated in 8 Dasara procession for Gopi Elephant earlier, and now Dhananjaya Elephant. Bali Elephant, 35 Elephant capture operations participated. Rajan Avrige, Samasta. I would request the Honorable CM to kindly receive the felicitation from Tamil Nadu. Honorable DCM Shri D.K. Shivkumar will now receive the felicitation. Honorable Forest Minister Shri Ishwar B. Khandre after this.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. Sri D.K. Shivkumar, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri Ishwar Khandre, Honorable Minister for Forest, Government of Karnataka, Sri Shashindran, Honorable Minister for Forest, State of Kerala, Mr. Mati Vendan, Honorable Minister for Forest, State of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Vaidyanathan, Honorable Minister for Forest, State of Jharkhand, Sri Ponnanna, Member of the Legislative Assembly and also Legal Advisor to Chief Minister. Sri Manjunath Prasad, Additional Chief Secretary, Forest Department, other dignitaries on the dais, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, dedicated conservationists worldwide. At the outset, I would like to extend my warm greetings on World Elephant Day 2024 to all those present here. And of course, I forgot the friends from media. I heartily welcome each of you at this pivotal international conference on human-elephant conflict management. The theme of World Elephant Day 2024 highlights the importance of preserving natural habitats to ensure the survival of elephants. I would add further that preserving the natural habitats for the elephants also reduces the man-elephant conflict that we are witnessing at an alarmingly high rate. This gathering is more than a conference. It is a critical platform where we exchange ideas, explore scientific solutions, and foster international collaborations to address the pressing issue of human-elephant conflict, a challenge with significant ecological, social, and economic implications. People have coexisted with elephants for thousands of years, but boundaries, development activities, the climate, and natural resources are changing, putting pressure on us and them. Meanwhile, elephants increasingly find their home ranges fragmented by new villages, farms, cities, highways, or industrial growth such as mining, barriers like fences and train tracks force them to travel longer distances and risk injury. The land where they once foraged is now home to human agriculture, and accessing watering holes increases their contact with villagers. As climate changes, rises temperatures, and changes rainfall patterns, resources become even more scarce, and elephants get pushed into new areas, including communal lands. Humans face their own challenges as they must move deeper into elephant territory to collect water or firewood. The competition becomes fierce and life-threatening for people and wildlife. India proudly houses the largest population of Asiatic elephants globally, with about 30,000 elephants as per the 2017 census. Karnataka is the state with the highest elephant population, with 6,395 elephants, which makes approximately 25% of the nation's total elephant population. The state is also home to the second highest population of tigers, at 563 tigers, as given by the All India Tiger Formation Estimation 2022. The large number of large mammals and top predators indicate a healthy population of herbivores and other forest resources. This status of rich forest wealth can be attributed to the conservation activities undertaken by the Forest Department over the past few decades. Karnataka is privileged to have two major elephant reserves, the Mysore Elephant Reserve and the Dandeli Elephant Reserve. Together, these reserves cover an area of over 10,000 square kilometers and play a crucial role in conserving our elephant populations and their habitats. However, an increase in human-wildlife conflict has been observed in recent years due to developmental resources and fragmentation of forest areas. With Karnataka's significant elephant population comes the inevitable challenge of human-elephant conflict. In the last 10 years, the state reported over 2,500 incidents of human-elephant conflicts, resulting in over 350 human fatalities and substantial crop losses. This issue is not unique in our state, but it is shared by almost all regions with substantial elephant populations. Today's discussions will focus on how we can address these conflicts effectively and substantially and sustainably. Recognizing the severity of this issue, Karnataka has allocated a dedicated budget head specifically for addressing human-animal conflicts. Annually, over 150 rupees crores are directed toward mitigating human-elephant conflicts. These funds support various initiatives, including installing physical barriers such as over 300 kilometers of railway barricades, solar fencing spanning over 800 kilometers, solar tentacle fencing and elephant-proof trenches, etc. The rail barricading project was initiated in Karnataka, and it is the only state that has been implementing it since 2015 and 16. The rail barricade project is substantially increased the income of the farmers who cultivate on the periphery of the forests. The farmers of Karnataka have always been conservation oriented, whether it is for forests or wildlife. They have set a very good example, coexistence with the wild animals. Despite the conflicts, they have shown immense tolerance. I salute them and term them as true conservationists of the wildlife. Our government is committed to empowering farmers by providing resources and subsidies to erect solar fencing. These subsidized efforts have protected more than 50,000 acres of farmland, helping to safeguard livelihoods and promote coexistence between humans and wildlife. Our government envisions a future with human-elephant conflicts. We are dedicated to enhancing our efforts, whether through increased financial allocations, technological innovations, or community engagement. The Karnataka Forest Department is well prepared with both the necessary manpower and the latest technological tools in mitigate conflicts swiftly and effectively. We have established 8 specialized elephant task forces, each led by officers of the Deputy Conservator of Forest, rank strategically positioned across the major conflict zones. To tackle the increased human-elephant conflict, Karnataka has established 9 elephant task force teams. These task forces are supported by control rooms that provide prompt response to public and farmer concerns, protect communities from elephant encounters, and facilitate the safe return of elephants to their natural habitats. These task Task forces have responded to over 1,200 conflict incidents in the past year alone, successfully driving elephants back to safer habitats. The Karnataka Aranya Samarasya project aims to establish zero human-animal conflict zones in targeted forest areas of Karnataka. This comprehensive plan involves strategies for water security, habitat improvement, and active community participation. Habitat improvement activities to minimize the straying of wild animals into human landscapes. The following habitat development works are carried out: grassland development, bamboo generation, and the creation of water holes and solar water pump facilities. Collaborative efforts have been instrumental with the Karnataka Forest Department, Rural Development and Panchayat Raj Department, and local communities. This international conference presents an invaluable opportunity to learn from one another, explore innovative scientific solutions, and discuss sustainable approaches to fostering coexistence between humans and elephants. I am confident that the distinguished delegates present here will contribute valuable insights and recommendations to pave the way for harmonious coexistence between humans and elements. Together, we can ensure our people and wildlife safety, well-being, and prosperity. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ರೈತರು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನವರು, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಆನೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಮಾನವ ಈ ಸಂಘರ್ಷ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನು ತಡೆಗಟ್ಟಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಭಾಳ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಅವಶ್ಯ. ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಜೀರೋ ಕಾನ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅನೇಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆನೆಗಳು ಊರೊಳಗಡೆ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ರೈತರು ಬೆಳೆದಂಥ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ. ಅದನ್ನು ತಡೆಗಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಈ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಇವತ್ತು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಇಡೀ ದಿನ ನಡೀತದೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಸಲಹೆಗಳು ಹೊರಬರಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಆಶಿಸಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್.